Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you are well. Let me just close the door. Okay. Right. Here we are. So from last week, we were doing the isometric holds following Dr. Michael Mosley advice, doing a plank and wall squats in order to maybe help us to lower the blood pressure. Again, I left the link for his podcast in the description in this live stream, so please listen it. It's very interesting, and I want you to listen to it. I'm sure you get into the plank as often as you can. By the way, to this weekend, I will release a video about 8 points that you need to focus doing the correct plank. 4 in the upper body, 2 in the core, and 2 in the legs. So please check it out when I release it. If you have joined the live stream last Saturday, we were focusing on the plank and the wall squats, but then we did get whilst I'm talking, let's get moving. So we're gonna go squat and chest opening. So then we went into the side plank and we did this one isometric hold that I came up with, which was in the lunge. And I've been testing it out on my clients, and everyone find it really challenging for the front leg. So on that note, in one of my PTs, I was testing it and I thought, oh my God, is there different ways of doing this? So squat now and lift. We are squatting with the chest lifted, avoid rounding your back. So if you don't reach the floor, it's fine. We want to avoid this, yeah? So we are just opening those hips for the warriors. So anyway, back to how this live stream got created. So then I was starting to think, is there any other ways we can kind of do a standing isometric hold? And then, yeah, of course, yoga warriors. We're going to come into play and we're going to pause. Yoga warriors are the ones that we can do, and that's what we are doing today. We are going to do 30 seconds hold. I will be taking you through the teaching points of each shape so you get it as strong as you can, because we're going to come down to the floor. If you get into a good warrior pose and then hold it, focus on your breath, you can then experience a sense of mindfulness, and also you will deepen the stretch, but then suddenly the warrior becomes a strengthening exercise in your legs, and you will be building the strength there. Pulse it on one side. You can see, because we're going to be doing the side warriors, not the front facing side ones. We need to open those hips. Switch over to the other side. Beautiful. Okay. Let's just do these pulses for the hamstrings. Forward fold pulses. Nice. Okay, so before we get into the warrior poses, we are going to go back to that warrior. That is no, it's not a warrior. It was the standing pose. So let's get into it. Before we get into it, actually, we're gonna move through the actions. We're gonna move through it. So take your right leg to the front. Your right leg is going to be at the front. We are going to come into this flight. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lean forward. Then circle your arms. When you circle those arms, I'm going to do it front facing. You want to keep the palms facing up all the time. Can you see how I'm scooping up? All the time we are holding this shape. We want the external rotation in the arms. Okay, good. Now we're going to go all the way down And I want you to actually rest your torso on your front thigh, okay? And the shape is, we're gonna take the hands off with the palms lifted up, and for 30 seconds we hold. Breathe. The back heel is off the floor. We are in the crescent lunge shape, not the warrior shape. And we're just resting the chest on our thigh, which therefore makes it challenging. Focus on your breath. Keep the back leg nice and active and lifted. Here we go. We are going to switch into the second leg. So let's move through this first. Lean forward, circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come into the flight. And then reach down to the floor. Rest the thigh on the, rest the chest on the thigh. Take the back leg back as much as it goes. Try not to keep the knee bent. Do your best to lift that kneecap. 30 seconds. Lift your arms, palms facing up. Keep working, lengthening your body. This is actually, out of all of them, the hardest. The one after we're going to do is going to be challenging as well. That's why I'm doing it right at the beginning, to get them out of the way. Keep reaching, working at it. Breathe. Lovely. Rest. Okay, so on the basis of this isometric hold, then I came up with the Skandasana lunge. So we're going to come to let's go back to. Okay, I'm gonna because I'm gonna be facing you. Let's go to your left side, and I'm on my right. Now here we've got a Skandasana lunge. If you just hold this shape, we just aim. We're just gonna get into the stretch. However, we are going to lift from there, but we're going to keep that torso over that left thigh. Then we reach up with the arms and hold. So you can see I'm holding this on the diagonal, resting on my thigh still. Where you're gonna feel it is going to be the left hip flexor. Keep activating your shoulders, your arms reach forward. Maintain the length in the back of the neck. Beautiful. Let's now go over to the second side. Find that lunge. Lower down as much as you can. Rest. Or actually, let's go down all the way to get into that stretch. And then pick it up. And then hold. Leaning over the right thigh. You are halfway through. Keep breathing. The gaze is down to the floor. Straight down. Well done. Good. Let's now shake it all off. Legs, arms, take a little break, water break. I see who else has joined. Thank you very much, Paul, Caroline as well, Vanessa, fantastic. Mary, my mum, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna get into those warrior poses. I put in a chat already. You may need a block. We are going to do the series of the 4 warriors on one side, 30 seconds each. So we are gonna hold them for 2 minutes with a little break and set up in between. Okay, so let's start on your left side. Adjusting, getting the feet right. Let's get that first of all. The left foot, the toes will be pointing to the short edge of the mat. Then you want to take the back leg as far as you can. Send the heel back so the toes are on diagonal. People tend to sort of have the foot parallel with the back of the mat. If you aim for that sort of slight angle going in, you then get more into the calf stretch. Throughout the whole shape, you always want to be pushing down through that foot. Okay, we are going into the warrior two. Let's set it up before I press the button. So we've got the feet sorted. We want to get the alignment of the heel, kind of matching the arch of the back foot, heel of the front foot, matching the heel of the arch of the back foot. I'm going to open the arms up. Notice I'm not leaning forward. This is one of the common things that people like to do. No, we're going to stay upright, same length on both sides. The work is you working into that bent knee. A lot of the times the knee happens like this. Sometimes the knee comes in, okay? So open it out and hold. Now, gaze should be over the left fingertips, okay? And you drawing the belly button down, drawing the belly in, drawing the tailbone down. Try to lengthen through your arms all the way to the fingertips. Relax the neck and shoulders. Keep grounding through the outer edge of the back foot. Well done, that's your 30 seconds. We are keeping the legs as they are. And we're going to take it straight into the reverse warrior, which is quite simple. You just take the left arm up and you lean backwards. But now from the warrior, that left leg is starting to feel it. Yeah. I haven't actually tested the warriors like this before, holding it back to back. Yeah, good. Okay, so extend it. I prefer not to lose that shape before you've got to sit up, but let's just extend it for a little break. We're going to go into the side angle pose. Now, you've got the option to rest on the thigh. If you've got a block or saucepan, is good if you put it to the inside of that front leg. And then we reach up. Now, the palm needs to, again, get into that external rotation. And then it goes over the ear. Reach, reach, reach. So here you can see the palms is going to be facing down. And do your best. The arm wants to do this. Do your best to reach over and lengthen. Okay, so your legs are hopefully set up. Find those warrior legs. And then use the block and reach. This is a challenging pose. No doubt about it. The good news is we're going to finish with the triangle, which is going to be kind of easier. Right, work your left arm into the left thigh, pushing that knee into the alignment. Maintain the back foot grounded. Keep reaching with the top arm. Here we are done. Okay, so now we're going to take the block, or you've got a block actually. Now for the triangle, you can step your foot a little bit closer. Excuse me. We're going to set it up again from the top. So reach forward. Your legs are still in the same shape. I don't need a block for the triangle, but use it if you need to. So take your arms again to the side. Keep that front leg straight. Imagine there's something in this hip. You're going to hinge forward and maintain that length. The triangle is about staying in a sort of in between two panes of glass. Reach forward, reach and lengthen, and then come down. If you don't have anything, you can just land on your shin and then reach up here. You can go onto the block or take it all the way up to the floor. And again, the work is that we are not kind of rounding forward. We are finding that slim sideline. Focus on the breath. Keep opening the top shoulder back. But make sure you don't go into the back bend if you are the bendy person. I'm not bendy going into my back. So for me, it's not an issue here. Okay. Here we are. One side done. 2 minutes of warriors. Let's shake your legs off. Give them a little break. Get a drink. I can check the action. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you for joining. Right, so we've got a second side. And we're doing really well, which is not good news because we may end up going back to those tough lunges we started with. Okay, so here you are. Let's set the legs. What happened there? What happened there, guys? I am worried I lost you. No, I haven't. Oh my God, that was lucky. My computer just decided to tell me it's low on memory. So all these recordings. Oh my God, don't do this. Don't do this. Okay, I'm going to continue. I think it's going to be telling me just, stop, but I'm not. Okay, so we're going to set up the second side. So the right toes now are going to be pointing to the short edge of the mat. Send the heel of the left foot back. Angle the toes to on the diagonal. Bend into that right knee. Align the knee with the second, third toe. Hopefully, and the key to a good warrior is to separate the legs as much as you can. Then straighten the arms. And we hold. Warrior 2. Tuck the tail. I can see on a screen that my arms were like a little bit out of the shape. So I don't know. Now you can't see yourself. So yeah, never mind. I can check if my arms are fairly level. And breathe. Good. Gazing over those right fingertips. Lovely. We're going to take it straight into that reverse warrior. So take your right arm and take it over. Find that length and feel the stretch on the right side of your rib cage. All the way reaching up to your fingertips. Here we often forget to go into that right knee. We come out of it, so see if you can press into it a little bit more. At least get the knee over the ankle. Guess what? I forgot to press the button. I think that's 30 seconds. Okay. Take it out. Just kind of rest it. And we're going to get into the side angle pose. Come into that warrior shape of the legs. Choice. Elbow, forearm on the leg or on the block. Reach up with your left arm and then take it over the ear. Breathe. Keep reaching with your left arm. Hold on. And the triangle, so we're going to step the back foot closer. Extend the front leg. The feet are still in the same setup. Right toes pointing to the short edge of the mat. The left heel is drawing back, toes on the diagonal. Take your arms, find that length in your body, and then hinge from the hips. Maintain that line. Come down to the shin, or the floor, or the block. Think about the crown of the head drawing kind of the same direction as the right toes, as your right toes. Lovely. Okay, good. Shake it all off. And hi, Sam, and hi, Danielle. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so time, how are we doing? 20 minutes in. We are going to go into those first two shapes to top up the legs. Simple as. I hope you felt it. I certainly did. But in a kind of nice, strengthening, lengthening way, especially the warriors. I do believe that the lunges we are going to repeat now are going to be more as a hard work compared to the warriors. But everyone's strength is different. So let's go. Rest on the front thigh. Now remember, the toes are now, all toes are pointing forward. You're going to reach up with your arms, palms facing up. Literally put all your body weight onto that front thigh if you can. Some of you will be holding it here because of the lack of hip flexion or just general flexibility. Here we go. Reach with your arms. Keep lengthening the body. Now think about the back leg lifting. And breathe. Maintain that length in the body. Feel the shape. Well done. As we were holding it, I was debating, should we go into the same side straight away? But I think your legs are getting quite tired now, so we're going to switch. Set up the second side. Okay, ready? Keep length in that body. And breathe. As you breathe, notice how the muscles work super hard. Well done, well done. Okay, we've got one more. Let's go over to the first side, yeah. So the first side. So I'm gonna let that to the side. So find that Skandasana line, then lift from it. Keep the torso reaching over that thigh. Reaching on diagonal. Fantastic, well done. We're going to shift over to the other side. Go nice and low first. And then pick it up. Lean over that thigh and reach forward. This is the last one. You can do it. Come on, stay with me. I know it's hard. You're going to feel it in your upper back as well. Oh my gosh. Oh, well done, well done. Let's come down on our knees. And just take a little break. That last one, I really felt the muscles in between the shoulder blades working super hard. We are going to cool down, so inhale, lift your arms up. If this position doesn't feel good for your knees, then sit or even stand. Sit in any comfortable position. So take a side bend. Actually, I'm stretching. No, I'm just thinking I'm stretching our upper body. But you know what? The upper body was working super hard. So let's continue. Place the hands behind your head and open that chest. Good. And then interlace your fingers. Oh my God, yeah. This feels so good in that upper back. Suddenly having to stretch the other way. Good. So round that upper back. And then take your arms to the side. Now, I don't know how you found this session, but I do believe it was challenging. And it just shows you how effective the isometric holds are. And if you felt like, oh, I got to keep taking the breaks, it's too long, 30 seconds. This is the reason to come back to this live stream. It's always going to be on my channel, and just practice it to the point you can do the whole session without taking any breaks or just fatiguing too soon. Take a side bend. And switch. Good, let me check the time, and because I'd like to continue into the legs. Oh, I'm doing so well time-wise because normally I run out and I've got the time now. Okay, so lie down on your back. Let me think what we've got to stretch. Okay, we are going to go into the hamstrings, but mostly it's going to be our inner thighs. Yeah, okay, let's just quickly stretch the hamstrings. Point and flex your foot. And then open that hip into figure of four. So cross the leg over the knee and reach for the bottom leg. Use the elbow to press open into the thigh. Okay, and then let's switch the legs. So take that hamstring stretch. Yeah, more I'm thinking about the stretches. Yeah, take that figure of four. We also need to stretch the quadricep from those, not the warriors, from the lunge holds and hip flexor. So we're going to tip over onto our belly and lie down and grab the heel. You know this one from the core training, heel to the butt, and then focus on engaging it, lifting the thigh and the quadricep off the floor and pressing the hip into the floor. Release it, engage it again. Release. Okay, let's switch over to the other side. Heel to the butt. Release. Engage again, heel to the butt. Beautiful. We are now going to go into the pigeon. If you cannot do a pigeon, go back on your back and do that figure of four we have done already. Otherwise, take your right leg in. Now, one thing that people tend to do, they tend to put the thigh underneath of the chest. Let it go out. So then, when you are in it, it's on the outside of your rib cage. Okay, you can just rest on your forearms. You can go all the way down. And then if your right leg is folded, then take your left arm through. We're going to stretch that shoulder again and take the right arm behind us. Put your left ear onto the floor. And then support yourself to come up. Quick stretch again of that back leg. So just bring it close to the butt. There you go. And then we're going to come and switch into the pigeon on the left side. So just slide down, lower the forehead onto your arms. And then take your right arm through, lower the right ear onto the floor. Take your left arm behind your back. And then support yourself to come up. Reach back with the left arm to grab that right leg and bring it close to the hips. I can hear people are coming to my house for Pilates, so this is my cue to finish it off. We are going to bring the feet together and just stretch those hips here and the inner thighs. Just bring your chest forward. As you bring it forward, squeeze the outer glutes, and draw the knees to the floor. Release it. Let's do 2 more like this. Good, let go. 1 more. Fantastic. Lovely. Come into the little squat ball. Nose to the knees, just feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Push your hips up high. Take that forward fold. Bend your knees, lift your arms up. Beautiful inhale and then exhale. Well done, everyone. Thank you for joining me this morning. 10 people, well, that's amazing. I hope you have enjoyed the class and have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the sunshine outside. And hopefully some of you join me in the live stream tomorrow. If the weather is all good, I will be at the park doing, I think, kettlebells. Okay, thank you. Have a lovely weekend. Bye, everyone.